In the fast-paced world of entertainment, not all collaborations depart from long planning. Something came from an unexpected meeting. Something feels like destiny ingrained long before the first camera turns on. Such is the beginning of the story between Liu Yuning and Li Yitong, two artists from seemingly different worlds, but who finally meet in a story that mixes illusion, reality, and love that crosses the boundaries of logic. A Dream Within a Dream is not just a drama title. It is a symbol of hope, loss, and the desire to redo something unfinished. And who better to bring such a story than Liu Yuning and Li Yitong, two stars who have traveled a winding path to get to the top. Liu Yuning tone wound in acting. Few would have thought that the man who used to sing on the streets of Dongdong is now standing on the screen, starring in popular dramas and stealing attention with his subtle acting. Liu Yuning, with her hoarse voice and wistful gaze, brings an unfeigned nuance to every character she plays. When it was announced that he would play Nan Heng, a man caught in a loop of dreams and reality, many asked, could he carry the burden of such a complex role? But anyone who follows Yuning's career knows, she never appears half-hearted. He brings his entire experience, the loneliness of the past, people's doubts, and years of struggle to the screen. And that is precisely where his acting power was born. Li Yitong's silent expression was wrenching. In contrast to Liu Yuning, Li Yitong came from an orderly academic background. A graduate of the Beijing Film Academy, she pursued a career with strong but complex female characters. He does not pursue popularity, but chooses roles that build his identity. In A Dream Within a Dream, Li Yitong plays Song Xiaoyu, a psychiatrist who initially appears calm and restrained, but is slowly dragged into a subconscious world she never understands. Through the glare of her misty eyes and enigmatic dialogue, Yitong brings out the inner cracks of this character in depth. He does not need to scream to convey heartache, enough with silence and held breath. The fate of two worlds. Their journey to becoming co-stars doesn't come instantly. Previously, the two had never shared a screen. When the production team began to consider a suitable partner for this drama full of mystery and psychological nuances, the names of Liu Yuning and Li Yitong emerged from two different worlds, one a rising music idol star on the screen, the other a veteran actress of classic romance dramas. But the director has a different vision. I want someone who can cry without crying, someone who can talk through silence, and someone who can make the audience feel lost even when nothing has happened yet. When Yuning and Yitong were tested in their first screen test, everyone in the production room froze. There is no dialogue, just a look. But that look, bring your own story. In silence, they spoke. In one wordless shot, that chemistry is born like a dream, knowing each other before the two wake up. URL. Welcome to URL. A Dream Within a Dream follows Nan Heng, Liu Yuning, a street composer with chronic insomnia. Every night, he wakes up from the same dream, walking down a deserted hallway, hearing a woman's voice calling his name, and a melody he never finished playing. Nothing can cure his anxiety until he meets Song Xiaoyu, Li Yitong, a young psychiatrist who has an experimental therapeutic method, diving into patients' dreams. But from the very first session, something strange happened. Xiaoyu started having the same dreams as Nan Heng. He sees himself in a past that he has never experienced. He feels emotions that are not his own. Even, she falls in love with the man of her dreams. This is where the drama hits the psychological and romantic realms simultaneously. Is this a collective dream? Are they part of reincarnation? Or one of them is actually no longer alive? Twist after twist began to appear. Repeated memories, nonsensical objects, even painful feelings of déjà vu. And the main question of the play, who exactly is dreaming? And what happens if they don't want to wake up? Production details. Title: A Dream Within a Dream. Liu Yuning's contract date, agreed upon near the start of filming, which is around the end of April 2024, before filming starts on April 30th, 2024. Story source: this drama is an original script, not a novel adaptation. The story is written directly by a famous screenwriter who is known for psychological plots full of twists. Number of episodes: 38 episodes that will air with a format of 45 minutes per episode. platform and production house. Distributed by Youku and produced by renowned studio that also Gush Reset and The Long Night. The emotions behind the camera. On the screen, we see Zhong Yunfan, Nan Heng, and Song Xiaoyu connected through mystery and dreams. But behind the camera, Liu Yuning and Li Yitong's relationship is also growing, not romantically, but emotionally and professionally profound. Liu Yuning is known to be secretive and a little awkward when not singing. But during the filming process, the crew witnessed something different. It is calmer if you act with Yitong. He made me believe I could be anyone, Yuning said in an interview. Li Yitong also admitted that he initially doubted whether chemistry could arise naturally. But since the first reading, he saw that Yuning had something rare. He brought pain to the set. But not as a burden, but as a strength. In one scene that shows an emotional altercation between their characters, the filming crew claims to be speechless. The scenes ended without a cut from the director because their intensity was so real, even when the camera stopped recording. Sincerity, silence, tension, all that sense they wake up not with words, but from mutual trust. And that's where the drama lives. Dreams that confine. In the mid-episode of the drama, Nan Heng's character begins to realize that he never really lived in the real world. He is part of the deep trauma of Song Xiaoyu, who lost her brother years ago in a mysterious accident. But the twist was, Song Xiaoyu herself didn't know that she was dreaming. He thought the world in which he worked and helped Nan Heng was real. In a heart-rending scene in an empty hospital hallway, Xiaoyu asks, "Have you ever felt that your life is not your own?" Yunfan replied while looking at the broken piano in the corner of the hallway. Every day. The audience is perplexed. Who is more real? Who is just a projection? And if love grows in a dream world, is love real too? Deep character transformation and chemistry. Over time, the transformation of the characters became the main force of the play. Nan Heng, who was initially full of wounds and disoriented, slowly found a purpose. Not to get out of the dream, but to keep Xiaoyu alive. She realized that she was part of Xiaoyu's inner protection, and if she lost it, she could lose consciousness forever. On the other hand, Song Xiaoyu, who was originally rational and restrained, became a figure who began to question her own reality. He is no longer afraid of dreams, but dreams that give him meaning, because that's where Yunfan lives. Liu Yuning and Li Yitong's chemistry was getting more and more fused. In the scene when Xiaoyu falls asleep on Yunfan's shoulder in front of the virtual lake, there is no long dialogue. Just a breath, a heartbeat, and the clink of a piano. But the audience feels an unspoken love, and that is the power of high-level acting. Who dreams really? The last episode opened all the veil. Nan Heng was a part of Xiaoyu's childhood memories that had been suppressed. She's pair, Puan is her half-sister who was lost in an accident, but she never lets go of her mind. During this time, Xiaoyu's brain recreated the figure through Yunfan. And since he was not ready to accept the loss, he entered it into the world of dream therapy. But as Yunfan begins to disappear from his dreams, Xiaoyu must choose. Wake up and live life without Yunfan, or stay asleep forever with him. In a very emotional closing scene, Yunfan played the last melody at the dream station. Xiaoyu stood in the distance, crying. "You're real to me," he said. "And you are my most grateful dream," Yunfan replied. As she female disappears slowly, the audience is left hanging. Xiaoyu wake up or not? The ending does not give a definite answer, and precisely therein lies its beauty. This drama does not tell us to choose a dream or reality, but ask, if love only exists in dreams, are you willing to stay asleep? A final acceptance that never really ends. The closing scene of the drama became a heated discussion throughout the platform. Song Xiaoyu wakes up from a long sleep therapy that almost put her into a coma. But something is missing. No sound of music. There is no Nan Heng. And for the first time, the real world felt too quiet. She's a girl walking down the hall of the hospital where she and Nan Heng often meet. There's nobody. But right on the wooden chair at the other end of the room, there was something. A musical notebook with hand scribbles that he remembers. Xiaoyu closed her eyes and smiled while whispering, "You may not be real, but you saved me." The audience shed tears. No hugs, no reunions. Only one message is left. Some love doesn't need to live in the real world to last a lifetime. Soon as the last episode aired, the hashtag a dream within a dream ending instantly trended on social media. Netizens poured opinions. Crazy. I felt like I was living in their dream world. Liu Yuning really makes her character alive. I don't know if she's an acting guy or really heartbroken. Li Yitong showed the deepest side of a woman embracing loss, and it was incredible. This drama managed to touch the hearts of the audience because it feels real, although most of it takes place in an unreal world. All thanks to two actors who not only played the role but also fused in it. The creative process behind the scenes of the production team revealed that most of the emotional dialogue was not fully written on the script. Liu Yuning, in some scenes, asks for her own time on set to feel the dream before her male take. She creates a silent space inside her in order to be able to truly become Nan Heng. Li Yitong even wrote a personal journal as Song Xiaoyu. She wrote therapy notes as if she were a psychiatrist with a mental disorder of her own. All of this is done in order to make the world of a dream within a dream feel real even to themselves. The director said, "They don't play love. They feel the loss." Awards and recognition. It doesn't take long for the industry to give recognition. Best Actor in a Psychological Drama, Liu Yuning. Best Actress with Emotional Impact, Li Yitong. Best Original Screenplay, Non-Adaptive. Most Creative Ending in Streaming Drama Media calls this drama a love story that shakes the boundaries of audience consciousness. And Liu Yuning's name is now not only known as a singer and idol, but a real actor who can break down the wall between the real and fictional worlds. Epilogue. When the dream became a memento a few months after the airing ended, the fans still visited the virtual filming locations provided by the production house. A simulation of the piano room, the last place Nan Heng disappeared. There, visitors can leave a message. "I don't want to wake up from this drama. Thank you, Liu Yuning and Li Yitong. You make dreams more beautiful than reality. Every song I play reminds me of you." Meanwhile, in an exclusive interview, Li Yitong said, "We are not just playing in a dream. We created that dream together. And it will always live in our hearts even though the play is over." Actor profile and background. Liu Yuning, originally from a street singer background, developed into an emotional and authentic Li Yitong, experienced academic actress. Female character specialist, complex and strong. Title: A Dream Within a Dream. Number of episodes: 38. Genre: Psychological Romance, Mystery Witch. May 2025. The date of Liu Yuning's contract: around the end of April 2024. The origin of the story: original screenplay, not novel adaptation. Story of two souls connected through dreams, crossing trauma, loss, and hope. An emotional twist: a love that can only grow in a dream, but still save lives. A Dream Within a Dream is not just a drama. It's a feeling. Feelings about someone we may never meet in the real world, but were once very real in dreams. Liu Yuning and Li Yitong not only showed outstanding acting, they proved that sometimes the best roles are the ones that make us cry, not because we are sad, but because we are afraid of losing the story forever.